our senses. They connect us to meaningful memories. If these summer sands could speak, what stories would they tell? We remember the lights, the sounds, the smells, the pops of color in the sky, the first rides, the smiles on our faces, the celebration when we're finally tall enough to ride, the sweet and savory scents all around us, of funnel cakes and elephant ears, or that very first feeling of butterflies in our stomach. Our senses connect us to the past. And our senses will form the experiences of the future. Join us as we begin our next chapter, our next 150 years. The fun is just beginning at Cedar Point.
Didn't realize they would be this excited. There's a lot of people here. So good morning. Okay. Wow. And we pay them to work here.
I know.
That's awesome.
And they're still excited.
That's awesome. Well, welcome you guys to one of the biggest days of Cedar Point's history as we approach 150 years of celebrating summertime family fun here in Ohio on Lake Erie. I'm Tony. This is Jason McClure, our general manager of Cedar Point.
Good morning.
And today is a very special day, not because we're open and we're doing our normal summer thing, but we're at a significant number before we start our 150th anniversary season, right?
Yeah, exactly. 150 years. It's great to celebrate. And today is 150 days from opening day.
So let's start counting down. You guys
we got
all
a lot
excited?
to do, right? We got a lot to do.
This is like the only break they get.
I know, right? As soon as this is over, get to work.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about a lot of new things that we have not yet shared. You've heard us tease some things that, are just kind of vague in general, but we're going to get very specific. We're going to bring in the experts from each division that know all about the new stuff that we're going to share with you. If you have questions, you can join us in the conversation right on YouTube. Ask us questions there live. We will answer them at the end of the broadcast. So get those ready if you want to ask something specific. But, we're going to go through all these things, show you some new stuff.
It's going to be cool, right? And we started here in the Rotunda at Hotel Breakers, right along the Cedar Point Beach, which is where this all started back in 1870.
Literally just steps behind us, right there, behind us, and it's a little too cold to be out there.
It's cold this morning.
Wind chill 17, and the entire team in here is so happy we're not doing this outside, right? Everybody has these fun signs, so Jason, I brought one for us just to kick off the broadcast.
Thank you for bringing that sign. It's important.
Please.
That's important.
Just remember, you guys, seriously, leave the fries to yourselves. Don't give them to the birds. They become dependent, and then it gets really weird, and they never leave.
Yeah, it's a codependent
Their in-laws come in. It's weird. It's strange. All right, well, let's get started. Why don't we start with, I don't know, it's almost lunchtime.
That's right. I'm hungry.
You guys hungry? All right. Oh, by the way, this is our entire staff, like crammed in the Rotunda. It's nice to have you guys here. All right, let's bring out the guy who's in charge of all of our food and beverage at the park. Everybody welcome Mr. Chris Sneer.
Thanks, Chris.
Wow. Congratulations, you're a world-class athlete now.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. All right, Chris, there's a lot of new stuff. You got kind of like a big weight to carry because a lot of this new stuff is yours. So this is going to be fun, right?
Sure. Little anxiety.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So if you ran through the park during Santa Hustle, you might have noticed some things missing in the park. One of the biggest ones is a building that used to be up front. So when you enter the park, this is one of the first things you see was the Bayou refreshments, as we call them. And you don't like that.
I don't like that refreshment word, right?
Because you don't know what it is.
No, you don't know what it is, what was there, and you couldn't find the sign anyway. Nobody knew what the building was.
That's correct. So we're correcting that. So Chris, why don't you tell us what that's going to be up at the front of the park? Because that's gone too. Just gone.
So that's going to be the French Quarter confections.
Ooh.
I know.
Can we get a ooh? Or more like a ooh la la.
Right. So we'll still keep our New Orleans theme.
Yep.
So we'll have the elephant ear and the funnel cakes, but we're also going to have giant funnel cakes, mini funnel cakes,
Okay.
waffles on a stick, all kinds of specialty items.
And we have actually an image that shows a rendering of what this is going to look like. For the first time, we're showing this. Now, and we've said this before. I even asked the question, I think, is why the French theme?
Yeah, why the French theme?
Why the French theme?
You know, the Cedar Point Midway kind of has an eclectic architectural design. It is Cedar Point, right? Our theme, we're not known as a theme park, but our theme is Cedar Point. When you've been around 150 years, you can claim a look and a style. So we wanted to maintain that on the Midway.
Yep. So do we have that image? Do we have that image? There it is. Boom. So there's French Quarter Confections. And can I stand on the balcony and sing to guests as they come in? No.
You can throw beads.
Throw beads. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So French Quarter Confections is happening over there. Okay, so then on top of that, there's even more stuff. Now we're part of like this committee that's planning the 150th anniversary.
Right.
And one of the things we asked while we were in a meeting was we asked you guys, what do you guys want us to bring back? And Chris and your team, you guys delivered something very special.
So back in the late 70s, early 80s, you used to get juice, and you used to get juice in.
Oh my God, it's like here. Look at that. Look at that. There it is.
I'm still not sure that was juice.
We can't speak for the operators that were here at that time, but you have apple, right? That's an apple, I think. There's a lemon,
Correct.
and then this is probably an orange, right? Yeah.
Yes.
There's an orange.
It's really well done, Tony.
Thank you very much. I'm learning. My degree paid off. Here we are. So, but this is part of a bigger thing.
Yeah, so we're going to make fresh juice. We'll have a twist on it. We'll have slushies. We'll have fresh juice. We'll have smoothies all in there.
Okay.
I think, like Jason said, back in the day, I think they just scooped it up.
Right.
Yeah.
A few more regulations now.
Really good product.
But it's gonna be good stuff. People want fresh stuff. They ask us for fresh stuff, and you guys are delivering a lot of customizable things this year. I think that's kind of like the theme of what I feel you're doing over there.
Correct.
Yeah. So now another thing that we're doing, and I saw this during Halloween weekends, it has to do with a block of cheese.
Yes.
Now we're serving this in a new restaurant, which is called
The Mac Shack.
the Mac Shack. Who likes mac and cheese?
So,
Unless you have a lactose intolerance, then that might be a problem. So don't eat the mac and cheese if you have that. But
so we take fresh pasta, we put it in a cheese
it's
block.
happening over there. Look at that.
We add cream
Look at
to
that.
it. And if that's not enough, you can add pork, you can add brisket. We have specialty items. We have the Southern Daddy, the Mac Daddy,
Wow. I'm hungry.
Nacho Daddy.
I'm a nacho daddy.
That's real.
It's real. It's a real thing.
This turned into the Maury Povich show all of a sudden. That is Nacho Daddy. But the culinary team's done a great job of kind of reinventing the foods that we serve, because you can't just do the same old, right?
Yeah, it's totally immersive. We have customized products for everything, and you build it yourself. It'll be great.
And also, we're also introducing another new place that has something to do with, I don't know, I see some fried chicken over there.
Yes, the Roost.
The Roost.
The Roost is on fire.
The Roost is not on fire. No, it's just the Roost. I like that, though. So tell us about the Roost. What are we doing there?
So we'll have fresh chicken, pieces of chicken. We marinate it, we batter it, we fry it. Oof. You also get tater tots.
Ooh.
And coleslaw.
Oh, okay. And where's that? That's going along the Lakeside Midway, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken?
Where Mr. Potato used to be.
Okay, excellent. So we have that. Now, if you wanted to taste everything on that table, because that's like all of the stuff that essentially is at French Quarter Confections, the Roost. We have Mac Shack stuff. We also have milkshakes over there that are special, right?
Yes.
Where are those being served?
So we're going to serve those in toss. So across the park, we're going to do a Taste the Point. We'll have 15 different locations with unique items. Once you taste the point, we will give you a shirt.
Now, do you have to do that in 8 hours?
It's 4.
4 hours.
It's like the food challenge.
I don't know about that. No, but you have all season to do that,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
absolutely.
So you get a little taste of it.
I've been doing it. I've tried everything. Have you had anything?
I've literally had nothing on that table.
I've had it all. It's
Jason's
pretty
tried it all.
good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Where were you? Did we forget to invite you?
I don't get invited to anything ever. Just so everybody in here knows, I never get to try this. I get to ride stuff first. That's fun, but not the food. But Chris, another big thing. This is a biggie because a lot of people are used to eating at this location. Yes. It's also gone now. We are reinventing one of our locations, and that location was the Corral. The new location is
The Corral.
the Corral.
So, but the Corral's going to be souped up. It'll be like Hugo's, where you walk in, there's 2 lines. The best thing, we'll have hand-breaded chicken tenders in there.
Okay.
Different sauces.
So we've changed the menu essentially,
Yes.
like a little bit, upgraded the quality, made it more handmade, special, tasty, delicious, fast, fun.
Yes.
Is it fun? Will it be fun?
It'll be fun.
We have a
Always
rendering,
fun.
by the way. We want to show
Yep.
this too. This is what it will look like. So that's pretty cool. It kind of looks similar to the footprint that we have now.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's the Corral again, but it's not the Corral.
Corral 2.
Corral 2.
Or
2.0.
TOO if you want to get it.
You know, food, dining is such a critical part of the guest experience. And a lot of people's memories, when we ask our guests what their memories are, relate to food items that they enjoyed at the park that they can only get at Cedar Point. And Chris and his culinary team have put together a list of new exciting items to be a big part of next year's celebration.
And we're so glad to share all this with you today. There's of course other surprises we will probably introduce, but we'll wait till the summer to do that. Let's give Chris and the entire culinary team a huge round of applause. They're out. I expect a private macaroni and cheese sampling over at the marketing office. And Jason's not invited. Let's move on to something that a lot of people want to take home with them when they visit Cedar Point. A visit here is special no matter what time of the season you're coming, who you're coming with. You want to take a memento home with you. You might take one of the new juice bottles home, but you really want something commemorative. That's where our next guest steps in. And she's coming in now. She's in charge of merchandise. It's Carrie Boltman!
Hello, Jason.
Carrie, you have a really unique job because you get to take our celebration and put it on a ton of different stuff, but it's a little bit more special than that because it's the design, it's the materials, it's the things people want to take home. So the logo is very special. It signifies what we're all here for this year, and you've put that on some great stuff, right?
That's right. So we have been hard at work, and we're going to have more new product than you've seen in a very long time. Much of it commemorating 150th and all the things that you love about Cedar Point. So we're going to have a couple 150th collections with great art, great garments, something for everybody in the family. If you all want to dress alike, your whole family, and get your picture taken at Cedar Point, we can help you with that too. And we're also going to have a lot of limited edition product this year, which is a new strategy for us. So we're going to have things like a limited edition collector coin, only 500 available. So if you love all things Cedar Point and you want a collector coin, make sure that you come out early and purchase that, because once they're gone, that's the end. We're going to have a brand new water globe at Cedar Point this year, which is also going to be limited edition.
Is that the one that's on the table?
That's the one that's on the table.
That
Beautiful.
is so cool.
Yep. And Christmas ornament, which is limited, so we'll have lots of limited edition products and limited edition collector pins as well.
So if you want to get these things, key is probably May, June. You want to get here when we open. And
come out early, shop early if you want any of the limited edition product. And it's really great, and it's really going to commemorate, such a special year at Cedar Point. And if you want to buy this product, every single thing we offer for 150th will be at Pagoda, which we are calling Celebration Central for this year. And we are going to remodel Pagoda, so it's going to be amazing, and every single thing for 150th will be in that one location. There'll be other products throughout the park, but the entire collection will be there. And outside of the Pagoda, we are going to, the little booth outside of Pagoda, Celebration Central, every guest who comes to the park can stop and get a free.
Wait, what?
Free.
Even our team is laughing.
I know. Get a free button. I have mine on right now, and it says, "I've been visiting Cedar Point since 1964. So my parents brought me as a child, pulled me in the wagon. I was born and raised locally. And everybody can come and get a button with the year of their first visit. You write your year on there, and it's so great because every member of the family might have a different year that they came for the first time. Some people will have 2020 on that button. Some people will have 1963 or before. So the great thing about this is you'll be able to talk to people that you bump into in the park that about the same year that they visited and be able to talk about everything that you loved about Cedar Point. And again, it's just a great unifier, something that you can talk about in the park with other guests.
But now tying to not just this button, we're doing something even bigger than that we're rolling out in 2020, right? This is a way for people to interact with each other, collect, cherish. This is neat.
Yeah, that's right. So we are launching button trading at Cedar Point, and here's a selection of some of the buttons you'll be able to get. We'll have hundreds of designs, everything from vintage rides to new rides to favorite foods, resorts. We are going to have hundreds of things to choose from. Guests will be able to collect their buttons, create their own lanyard. And the great news about these buttons is they're only $1.50 each, 5 for $5, so everybody can participate and have a good time. And associates will be wearing button trading lanyards. So the guests are definitely going to want to seek out associates, maybe trade a button for a button. And the other thing is there'll be a special button that's released every single Tuesday in the season. We're calling it Trading Tuesday, and you have to find an associate that has that button on their lanyard in order to trade. So they're going to be rare. Every Tuesday, we're going to release a custom button. It's going to be square, kind of like this one with the 150th logo. And so it'll be pretty special if you could have a lanyard with all of those limited edition buttons on it that you collected and traded with associates.
That's a cool new tradition to start. I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited about that.
And it's such a great thing for guests to do with other guests, associates to do with guests.
Well, it
so
forces
it'll
you
be
to
a lot
talk
of
to
fun.
each other in line.
It really does.
Put the phone down. Talk about your buttons, right?
That's
Talk about the year
absolutely
you
true.
visited.
Yeah.
Talk about that unique square button that you picked up on Trading Tuesday. That's what's really cool. It's a great
Yeah.
way to interact with each other. You also are bringing a little something vintage back that we had a sample of.
That's right.
Oh, they moved. Here they
Oh,
come.
here they come.
This is exciting. We had these a long time ago.
So anyone who came as a child or me, even as a teen, used to get your photo taken and have the photo viewfinder. This is actually Lisa Smith, who's one of my colleagues, and her husband.
Where's Lisa?
When they were teenagers.
Lisa's, Lisa's upstairs in housewares.
Yes. Third floor. Lisa's on the third floor. So this is great. So we have new designs and art for this year. And every photo you get taken in the park, either at the front gate or at a ride, you'll be able to put your photo in this photo viewfinder keychain and keep it for years to come.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
One other thing that's also free.
More free?
More free. At Celebration Central, also known as Pagoda, in the back room, we are going to have free postcards. There's 3 designs from which the guests can choose. The guests can go back, write a postcard home, having a great time at Cedar Point, and mail it right from the store. Pagoda used to be a post office. And so this is a little bit of a nod to the history and a chance for guests to connect with their families and friends back home. So they can write a postcard, we'll send it for free. And then if you don't feel like sitting and writing a postcard, we'll have a digital postcard too. So you can go back, type a quick message, send a digital postcard home to talk about your visit at Cedar Point.
That's super, super cool, right?
Yep.
Wow. And I saw that you have the vintage collection, which we've always had, but I see some stuff over there I'm going to have to purchase.
We have some new vintage product, and the guests
That's
who
Skyride
stop
shirt.
me in the park love vintage product and sort of either vintage looks or a nod to some vintage rides. So we're going to have a new Skyride t-shirt this year, Jumbo Jet t-shirt, the giant Sky Slide. We are also going to have Western Cruise. So if you like our vintage t-shirts and want to pick up one of those, we'll be happy to help you in any of our retail stores.
What are we missing? What are we missing? That's free.
I know.
Nothing.
Nothing else is free. Okay.
Nothing else.
But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have the usual collections for Cedar Point that are just
Sure.
normal and everything
Yep.
like that, right?
But a lot of new product this year. So if you want to commemorate this amazing year, we have something for you.
Awesome, awesome. Give it up for Carrie Bowman, everybody. Carrie.
You know, I think a couple of things that come across as we talk about the anniversary is, A, it's everything, right? Everything at the park gets affected. But the real key to celebrating the anniversary is celebrating people, the guests that have made Cedar Point what it is over 150 years, our associates as well. And when you listen to the merchandise program and the things we put together, it helps facilitate that, right? Connecting people to each other, being able to bring people together, and because Cedar Point wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our guests. And really, that's the next part of what we're going to talk about as well, right?
It is, and the fun part is we don't really have an expert that can go through all of this stuff. So we just found Tyler Adams from Hotels.
Some
Tyler
random-
Adams.
Can it say not an expert?
Not an expert.
Tyler Adams.
Can you guys put
expert.
an asterisk on the screen underneath Tyler? It says not an expert.
Not an expert.
So no, Tyler's on the committee with us. We have a small little committee that's been planning all of these things, and Tyler's been given the great task of kind of changing some guest experiences that are kind of big. We've told people that there were renovations coming and changes coming, but we have a little bit more detail to share today. And the first one of those is back in Frontier Town, right?
Yeah, Town Hall. I'm super excited about this. Like, honored to be part of Cedar Point's history and kind of reinventing Town Hall. So, you know, it's always been a place to go to get air conditioning and et cetera. But I think we're going to really enhance that and make it kind of a nod to Cedar Point's history, but not one spot. It's a place where you're going to be able to go and reconnect with others and remember that and just really like be part of Cedar Point's history.
So it was called Town Hall Museum before. The name for 2020, new name revealed. Drum roll, please.
Are we ready?
That new name is
Town Hall.
Town Hall. So we have a. In all seriousness, there's a reason why we want to drop that, and we'll show let's show the rendering of what one of the exhibits would look like inside Town Hall, because we don't want this to be like a museum, right?
Right. It's not a museum, so we specifically took the word museum off. This is a place where you can go and interact with things. You know, see some maybe nods to Jungle Larry there. You see Rotor, Earthquake. So a lot of fun things where we can honor Cedar Point's past and present, and maybe a little bit of the future.
And you know what? What's cool is that was a teaser, wasn't it?
Oh.
What does he know now about the future that I don't know? What are you telling him?
No.
I did not get to eat the food.
Surprise me later. All right, we'll see how that goes. So, when we were digging through the archives, we do have archives, everybody. When we were digging through those, there was a lot of cool stuff in there that people have not seen, and this is going to be the opportunity to share those kinds of things.
We've been going through so many things, and this is going to be an evolving place. It's not going to be the same as when you go into it on day one. It's going to keep evolving because we keep finding new things. And really excited about some of the things. I know you all are going to be excited about what's in there.
Okay, one of the other things we're bringing back, and we have to share this photo first because I guess if we didn't show the photo, people wouldn't believe that it was real. So the courtesy core.
Yeah.
So there's the old courtesy core that was at Cedar Point. Explain what this was.
And that's you, or?
That is me.
Okay.
That's weird.
I couldn't tell. So courtesy
It's
core.
not me, for clarification.
I love this. Right?
But yes.
I love that.
So what was this?
Okay, so this would be like guest services is now, but they're out in the park. Before you had your phones and you could ask anyone anything, this is where you went to find where things are, things in the park, and just get assistance or get pointed in the right direction. So that's going to come back. Maybe a modified uniform.
I was going to say, not maybe that exact same thing, right?
The polyester gets hot in the summer.
And there's something else that will happen there that I'm going to talk about a little bit later.
Oh.
That's a tease, too. I actually know what that is.
Yeah, you're going to find these throughout the park, some just spots where if you need some assistance or need to talk to someone about something, they'll be out in the park. You don't have to think you have to go all the way to the front gate. And there's also a guest services location inside Town Hall as well. So there'll be folks out there to help you out throughout the day.
Perfect. And, you know, we're always improving our midways, whether we're adding new rides, new attractions, new food and beverage locations. But now, very interesting way for guests to physically be in the midway, but not really physically be in the midway. This is this is really bad lead-in. I'm sorry.
I'll say it, yeah. So it's called Legacy Walk, and it's a great program where you'll be able to purchase a brick that's etched with your name or whatever you want to put on there, and it's going to be placed permanently on the main midway.
That's
so
a real
this
sample
is
right there.
the brick.
Can we see that? There we go.
Oh, it's weird, but it has your name.
It does have my name on it. Ha ha.
It's weird that I have to talk about it and it has your name.
Well, you didn't ask,
But you can put your family name on it. You can add some awesome images that are part of the selection there. You'll be able to purchase those online, and then we don't even make you place them. We'll do it for you.
There's a big party in February where everybody has to come in and place their bricks. I hope you like snow and cold.
But it's really a part where you can be part of Cedar Point. We have so many passionate guests that just love the park. We love the park. Everyone here does. But this is a part where you can just be part of the park.
Yeah, that's neat. And also, if that's not your gig, that's fine. Yeah. But if you want to learn more about the park itself, we're introducing new ways to learn more as well. That's not in Town Hall. It's a different kind of experience.
Right. So we have 2 different tours this year. So one is a kind of self-guided Cedar Point history tour, app-based. So you can have it on your smartphone and go throughout different parts of the park. And as you approach those different areas, it'll automatically pop up, kind of tell you what happened in that area, what it looked like back then. You can see what it compares to what it looks like now. Cool. We have tons of stops as part of this. This is also something we're going to keep evolving as the park evolves and we keep finding out new things. But you walk into Hotel Breakers, you're going to learn about where we are right now and the big bands that performed impromptu concerts right in this space over 100 years ago. So just things like that and things you probably never knew about as you go throughout the park and see some really cool photos that I know you've never seen before.
That's cool. And of course, we will still have, our normal guest experiences, VIP tours, things like that. So those won't change.
Right. And last year we introduced the Segway tours, which were really popular.
Yep.
They start out here behind us on the boardwalk on the beach. So those will be enhanced as well with a little more Cedar Point history. But it's a great way to see some of the park that you've never seen too.
That's awesome. All right. Anything else that we missed? That
I'm excited. This is fun.
I'm excited too. They're excited. I know that. All right.
I'm glad I could be not your expert.
Thank you for not being the expert on those things. Tyler Adams, everybody. Here, have some grapes. Have a grape drink. All right.
Let's get to the stuff.
The stuff.
Yeah.
The more stuff?
We get more stuff.
There's more stuff. So hang with us. So now we're going to shift gears, and we have to shift this too because
we got to help out.
She needs a little. She needs a little.
Yeah. We
Why is
said we
everybody
wouldn't
going,
bring attention to it.
Well, you said I should. All right. So here we are. So we're going to shift to live entertainment. It's a huge part of Cedar Point, has been since the beginning. People came here right out there to listen to bands and music.
Yeah, there's been so many different eras of Cedar Point and the key to the experience. And for a long time, it was about music. Really, the Coliseum and the bands that performed in the Coliseum supported Cedar Point through the Depression era, through the World War era, at a time when a lot of resort and entertainment companies struggled. It was really key. Music is a huge part of our history.
And it's going to be a bigger part of our history in 2020 because we have a lot of stuff to share with you. So let's bring out the live entertainment expert, the one who's in charge of all of our shows here at Cedar Point. It's Lisa Jones.
Lisa.
Hi.
Hi. Now you made me feel all bad about scooting that thing in there.
She's in entertainment. She'll own it.
That's true. That's true. And the show must go on, right?
Absolutely.
You got to do what you got to do. Okay, so let's talk about your area of the park because this is going. The biggest thing we're doing is a celebration, spectacular, big parade. You almost have to explain it because I can't get it all in one sentence. So, what are we introducing next summer?
It's called Celebrate 150 Spectacular, and it is so much more than a parade. It is a massive interactive midway experience. A parade is a part of it. The scale of the parade is huge. It will travel through the park, hit a lot of different places where the audience will get to become part of the parade, will stop, will become involved, they'll be able to dance and join in, and then ultimately it's going to wrap up in Celebration Plaza and immediately roll right into a big nighttime celebration show that the audience gets to be a part of as well. I'm super excited.
How fun. So just to give you the scale of this is not like, I mean, you've seen the parades we've done in the fall for Halloween weekends.
Yep.
This is nothing like this. This
No.
is big. So let's show the picture of what the floats look. Look at this. This is now explain this because there's a lot going on, especially on that roller coaster float there. What are we looking at?
So these floats will represent, as the parade travels by, it'll represent different eras and moments in Cedar Point's history, and it'll wrap up as sort of springboarding us off into the future. So yeah, that coaster float's pretty incredible because coasters are a big part of our history. The ramps you see, they will be used as the float's traveling. They'll be interactive.
People will be on them?
Skating on the ramps as the float's moving.
Okay.
It's really incredible.
Is our safety director here?
No.
He's
No,
just
it's good.
learning
It's
about
good.
this.
We're all
Ken,
good.
the first you've heard about this too, right, Ken? No, it's
Trained
not. We
professionals,
don't.
all of them.
But then behind you even have like a little nod to the Gemini, but you have the steamship, right?
Yes, and several of these floats will have activated pieces, the paddle wheel on the steamship. You know, the plan is for it to move, and we had steamships that brought people here way back when. That's how they came to Cedar Point. So that's, again, a key part of our history and how we've survived this long and how the park's kind of maintained and reinvented itself over the years.
And tell us about when this runs too, because that's also key. It's not like opening to closing of our season. It's a specific time.
Yes. The Celebrate 150 Spectacular opens on June 12th and runs 7 days a week through August 16th.
So there's a time to visit any day of the week and enjoy this.
Yeah, it'll be every day of the week. What I really love about Celebrate 150 Spectacular is it could only happen at Cedar Point, right? The parade is a celebration of our history. It tells our story, and it connects our guests to the park in a special way.
And I'm also excited though about all that's huge enough, right? And then you could just say, that's it. That's all we're doing.
Nope.
No, but no, you got a few more things to do. One of the unique things we're doing is actually letting guests be our entertainment in a way, right? There's a new program we're doing.
Yes. We've got a bands in residence program that we're doing this year. As Jason mentioned, music is a huge part of the park's history, and we want to continue to grow that and develop that. And so we're looking for local talent. If you're part of a local band and have an interest in being part of Cedar Point's historic 150th celebration, where bands in residence program is a place where you can submit your information, and we'll look through all of that, and we'll select a number of artists to be a part of our 150th entertainment package this summer, performing at different venues.
That's super cool. Are any of you guys in a band? You guys want to?
You got a band?
We got a band?
You want to make a band?
Apparently nobody
Nothing.
in here has a band or plays a musical instrument, so we'll have to look elsewhere.
Yes, I guess so.
But you can learn
submit.
more about this on our website. Everything that we do for Cedar Point's 150th anniversary is at cedarpoint.com/150. You'll have a link there where you can learn more information. We'll have that later. Also, we have some throwback moments in some of our classic shows. I'm super excited about what's happening at the Palace Theater.
Well, Lusty Lil's been back there in different incarnations for quite a while. The palace was built.
She's been there a while.
She's been there a while. She's ageless.
She needs to move out.
She's
She's
ageless.
difficult to
ageless.
manage.
She is difficult to
She doesn't
manage.
listen well.
No.
But the Palace Theater was built in 1967, so we've had a lot of different types of shows in there. Lusty Lil has, as a staple, come and gone and come back again, and she is doing a special tribute show this year to the park's 150th, and that's how Lusty Lil celebrates the 150th. She has her own style, and she's going to do some tributes to different parts of the park's history, as well as different aspects of the Lusty Lil shows over the years.
That's awesome.
Are you? How she interprets the history.
Are
You
you-
continue
Yes.
to like teach her the history, but she doesn't agree.
No, if you want to learn more about Cedar Point, go over to Town Hall. If you want to get entertained with a random story that may or may not be accurate, go to the Palace Theater. Well, that's super cool. And then the other shows, of course, that we
Yes.
normally do. You have other performers and things, right?
Yes, we still have all the great shows that we've always had. We still have Forbidden Frontier, which will get a new refresh for this year. We've got all the fantastic entertainment we've always had, and then a lot of new special stuff for the 150th.
She has nothing to do.
Biggest year of entertainment, I think, in our 150 years next year.
Yeah, that's a lot. And you have a lot to undertake, so good luck.
Thank you.
Lisa Jones, everybody. Now,
She's got to stay, though. Lisa
She's-
has to stay.
she's staying here because the next one's kind of this is a big one, but it involves multiple people and multiple divisions to pull it off. So why don't we bring in our ride expert,
Yes, yes.
Colleen Brady. Colleen Brady, come on in. First of all, I apologize. There's no Starbucks on the desk.
What?
So sorry.
I'm so sad.
But we brought Colleen in because we are getting a new ride. We've told you about this. It's a river adventure for the whole family, and that's pretty much all we said. But it's bigger than that. So first of all, why?
Why?
Why would we even put something in like
You
this?
can't celebrate Cedar Point's 150th anniversary without a new ride and a new ride experience. And we get asked all the time, what kind of ride? Big ride, small ride? We wanted a ride that complemented our history and engaged the whole family together with Cedar Point.
So let's actually give you a little throwback to something that we're going to nod to when we introduce this ride. This is the old ride that used to be along the lagoons at Cedar Point. That's the Western Cruise. A lot of people in here remember the Western Cruise, yes? And then just after that was the paddle wheel excursions, which a lot of our current guests probably remember the most because that was the one they experienced recently. And then that went away and people were kind of like, well, that's a bummer. I really liked that ride. Well, guess what? We listen to you and we can't do a laundry list. I say this all the time. We can't just write a check and get everything that we want, they want, you want. So over the years, we add new things, and this is a big one. This is a new ride, and Colleen gets to be the first to tell everybody the name of the new ride on the lagoons, which is not the lagoons anymore. It is...
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Are you ready? Snake River Expedition.
So, Snake River Expedition travels along the Snake River, right? Tell me more about the ride vehicle itself. What are we going to encounter when we ride the ride itself?
So we have really cool boats that were built specifically for Cedar Point.
Okay.
Okay. And so got a little bit of history, a little bit of new. They're going to be really cool. And the best thing about these boats is that everybody can ride them.
So what do you mean by that?
I
So,
mean,
like, the
everybody, everybody can ride that.
Literally everybody can ride that.
Literally everybody can ride
I
that.
can bring my baby.
You could bring your baby.
Bring my baby, my
You
aunt,
could bring your baby.
grandma.
Grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles.
Awesome.
Everybody.
We have a image of what the boats will look like, and there's the logo for the first time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They cool?
You were all late on your cue. But the cool thing is that's like a modern twist on the boats that we've had.
It is.
And what's cool, Colleen, is the pilot of the boat.
The pilot.
It's not going to be like on a track, so they just have to like turn it
No.
on and off. This is legit a
This
boat.
is a real boat. They're going to have to pilot the boat around Snake River.
Just like they did with the Western Cruise.
Yes.
Just like they did with Paddleway. That's
Yes.
so cool. That's so cool. So that's the ride vehicle portion of it. But Lisa's still here.
I'm still here. Yep.
So
I
it's
didn't
not-
have enough to do.
You ain't just gonna right. It's just this when she thought she was done. We added a ride. You're not just gonna cruise around and see animatronics that do this, and there's
Better than that.
Better than that. It's my little. Anyway, so what's the entertainment portion of this? It's not just animatronics and scenes. What is this?
We still have animatronics, but we've added live actor talent. So the guests are actually involved in the action of the ride. There's a story, there's live actors, that the story, the interaction begins before you even get on the ride, and it continues throughout the ride. So there's different characters. They might be smugglers, you never know. And as you're traveling through this expedition, they interact with you throughout. It's pretty exciting.
That's cool, and I think I'm most excited that everybody can ride together because, as you mentioned, it's about that.
Yeah, it really is about that. And we wanted a ride experience that wasn't just a recreation of rides that have been in the lagoon in the past. We wanted to add to the story that we've been telling in the last couple of years. The story last year at Forbidden Frontier. And if you participate in Forbidden Frontier during the day and ride the ride, you may catch some things that feed back and forth between the two. You can certainly enjoy them individually as well. But I think it's fun for us to kind of engage our guests in a higher level of storytelling and immersiveness in a way we haven't done in a long time at Cedar Point.
And the entrance, people are going to ask that. Like, where do you get on? Where does this adventure begin? Where will that entrance be, Colleen?
Where the old entrance used to be. Right?
Is it called the Corral?
No, it's not called the Corral.
No, it's not called the Corral. Yeah, but it's right back where it
Yeah.
was before,
Yep.
and so that'll make it really easy to find. And we're going to change all that out, and we're going to theme it. And you got a lot of work to do. So
I do, but I think it's going to be a blast. There's no ride that I can think of like this anywhere that is a ride plus human interaction throughout with the actors.
that can change, by the way, too, right? Like it's not
Absolutely.
like it's
Yeah, it can
always
change.
scripted the
Yep.
same. Like it could change.
Can change.
Absolutely.
And the adventure starts before you even get on the boat. There's surprises before the ride even begins. So it's going to be a great experience for our guests.
All right, so that's the edition of Snake River Expedition. Everybody happy about that? Yeah. So we're gonna, in transition here, we'll get all of our experts back up here because they'll be able to answer some questions if we have those on YouTube. But couple things to get through. We're still looking for your guest submissions. So if you have photos that you've kept in a box for many years that you want to share with us, please do that online, cedarpoint.com/150. We're still looking for those pictures, those memories, those stories. You don't have to send a picture. Send us a story about why you visit Cedar Point, why you love the park, why you're bringing the family next year. I know that Jason's prepared to share one. You're going to submit that.
Yeah, I'm going to submit my picture of my mom, who came to Cedar Point. Tie all this together. 1957 was her first visit. She'll be ready for the button. And she was in an accordion competition in the ballroom so she can audition for Lisa
Yes.
to be
Have
one
her
of the
send her
bands
stuff.
in residence. So we're going to get that done. I'll send the photo into the submission.
That would be great. Okay, we're excited about that. Also, the 2020 Gold Pass, the best way to experience our 150th anniversary season. It's $99 with an asterisk right now as of this broadcast. Make sure you pick it up. It's a great Christmas gift. It gets you into Cedar Point Shores Water Park, the free parking, discount special events throughout the season, and Halloween weekends the whole year. It's a super value. Pick it up. We would love for you to party with us next year. But I'm going to stop talking because the biggest thing that we're about to announce today is something that when I heard about it, I thought we were nuts. And we are. So we're in a rotunda. All of our staff is here. We're celebrating in a different way on YouTube. Why not do something a little crazy?
Something fun, right?
So we're doing something very special. Jason, why don't you tell everybody about it?
Yeah, and you've heard me say multiple times that the 150th anniversary is about people. It's about our guests. It's about our associates. We wouldn't be here 150 years without you guys. So something we want to do a little differently that we typically don't do is we want to share some experiences with you that you can't buy, that we've not made available before. And we're calling this promotion are you ready? It is the ticket of a lifetime. And, ooh, yes. So under the ticket of a lifetime, and I'm going to have to read some official rules and regulations because we're giving stuff away. But the ticket of a lifetime is an opportunity to win a ticket for your lifetime. It will extend for your life. We're going to give 150 of these away. So the official kind of rules, right? It's an exclusive ticket. You can't be bought. It pays the legacy of funds and thrills of Cedar Point forward for generations to come. Beginning in February, guests can register and enter for a chance to win one of 150 tickets of a lifetime given throughout 2020. Guests will have the chance to win online, outside the park, and at Cedar Point. And the ticket of a lifetime affords the winner free admission to Cedar Point Shores, and free parking beginning the 150th anniversary season and lasting the rest of their lives. Plus, each winner is able to select 3 family members or friends to receive free admission of their lifetime as well. So a total of 4 per winner.
Repeat that. Repeat.
I know. So it's great.
Repeat that. So
Yes.
not just the winner.
Not just the winner, but they get to pick 3 of their friends to also receive free admission for their lifetime. Right?
I still can't believe you did that.
Yes, I know. And what's really
nuts.
cool is there's more stuff to win, right? When you register to win, we're gonna give one of these away every day during the Celebrate 150 Spectacular. You'll have an opportunity to win the ticket of a lifetime, but also experiences in the park that you can't get, you can't buy, to participate in the parade, participate in the show, access to rides that are exclusive that you can only get through the ticket of a lifetime program. So that's going to be really great.
That's super cool. Well, you'll find more. Yes.
Yeah.
You can scream. You'll be able to find out more information about that at cedarpoint.com/150. That, again, the hub of everything we're doing today and announced today. And then when the contest starts, you'll find more information there as well. But
wait.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, I've got something else.
What's that?
So I've got a ticket of a lifetime because I think the best thing we could do is to award the very first of the 150 tickets of a lifetime to one of our associates that are here today helping us celebrate this announcement. So hold this, Colleen.
So
I can hold
we need the magic drum.
We have a drum. This
Here it
is like
comes.
bingo.
Here, set it up here.
Is it gonna break something?
No,
Watch
just
out,
set it up
Colleen.
here. We're winging this like we're winging everything else today. Go ahead. Throw it up there.
Well done,
So
Carrie.
to be clear, someone in here,
Someone
one of our
in
associates,
here.
plus
In the rotunda.
the 3.
They'll get to select
Plus,
3
you get to
of their
select
friends.
3 additional friends, family, to get the lifetime ticket.
All right. Are you ready?
Drum roll, please. The winner is
From guest accommodations, manager of reservations, Christine Gerald.
there. She
Right,
is right
Christine.
there.
All right. Come. Awesome. It's going to be a really fun year, Tony.
Yes, and you're going to have to find 3 friends also that also get the ticket of a lifetime. So I'm sure they're all looking at you like, give it to me, give it to me. And by the way, if you want the novelty ticket, that's not the actual ticket. You don't want to put that in your pocket and carry that around. That's not it.
It does not have a barcode. It will not scan.
And it will not work. Okay, so that's the bulk of what we're doing. So if you have questions, ask them on YouTube real quick. I saw right away, and we should answer this because we've been asked this. Changes of our anything outside of the stuff we're doing inside the park, stuff outside the park, signage, infrastructure,
Right.
those kinds of things.
Yeah, there's all kinds of plans going on now to get ready for next year. A lot of signage changes outside the park, a lot of things to help make it easier for people to get to the park and enter the park as well. So I think the new ID signs and things that we're working on are going to be a great way to celebrate the year. And a lot of focus on the guest experience at the park, right? New restaurants, all those things to, I know a lot of people want to come and celebrate and be part of the 150th, and we're going to be ready for them when they come.
Okay, when do the bricks go on sale? Those are today, right? Where's my experts on the bricks? Today? It is today. It's today. You can buy those bricks today. And the website will go live with all of this stuff at noon with all the new details that we gave you at cedarpoint.com/150. Where's the 500-foot tall roller coaster? I already told you it's not coming this year.
There isn't one of those.
This year, there's not one of those. Let's see. I'm trying to find one that's not a 500-foot tall roller coaster question because they're all here. Okay. Bricks, bathrooms. Bathrooms?
Bathrooms.
That's just a comment. I don't know if that's a question.
This is a comment. There's bathrooms in the back of the rotunda and out in the lobby.
Okay. Plans for the golf course. I'm assuming that's our Sawmill Creek Resort down the street.
Plans for the golf course. From the Sawmill family.
Sawmill in the
Nice.
house.
Sarah,
Sawmill.
there will be golf on the golf course.
That's
Yes.
shocker. Shocker about that. Oh boy, now it's going too fast. Oh, here's when we get all the time, and I do believe we there's someone's in there today. Winterfest.
Winterfest. People, look, Wow, the crowd. We didn't coach them. I just went to Kings Island's Winterfest this past weekend. It's a great time, a great experience. If you have a platinum pass to Cedar Point, you get to use it down at Kings Island. I recommend that you utilize that strategy.
Going to Kings Island. Okay, everybody wants a 500-foot tall roller coaster, so if that's the bulk of them, then we'll move on. Ask us questions on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can always ask us. We'll answer when we can. Big thank you to our entire staff here today for being in the rotunda with us.
Hey, they did such a good job. Lunch is on me today.
We get to eat?
Lunch is on me.
We get to eat right after this. Don't forget to visit cedarpoint.com/150 for everything that we're putting up there. You can learn all about our new stuff. There's also more new stuff to share, of course, as we go further on in the season.
The countdown's really just started, right?
Starts today.
From today, every day, new news, 150 days leading up to opening day. So you'll want to follow us on social and see all the things we're working on for next season.
Thanks a lot, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the announcement. More coming in 2020. We'll see you next season.